Is it okay to get a certain place of your life and feel content, or should you always push for more?
You should never be satisfied.
Well, I would say it in the way of every level of achievement is going to open your eyes to other places that you want to work. So even when you think idealistically, once I have the house, the wife, the child, the dog, the car, and I got the $1 million in the bank, I'm going to be set. I'm never going to worry about money again. And it's that you're going to get there, and then health is going to be a factor for you. Or your time, just where you're spending your time, is going to be a factor for you. Or, you know what I'm saying? There's always going to be something that you're going to have to work on. So you're going to just have to change the goals. You got to evaluate your status and what you're doing and what is your purpose in that moment. Because I think our purpose kind of changes as we grow, mature, and lose and gain certain things, whether it be people, possessions, or whatever it's going to be. You have different mindsets at different times. One moment you might be all about all money all the time. Next, it might be more love. I actually want to, pursue shit with this lady. After that, it might be, well, shit, I got that stuff, or the shit with the lady didn't work out. Well, fuck, let me go right back to money, and then I want to get this big ass house. So, you know what I'm saying? You're going to change, and with those changes, just always identify where you need to focus your energy.
I most definitely think, I agree with both of you. It's crazy. I agree with both of you, but I think it's more like a mindset of what you want. You know what I mean? So it's like, you got the house. Mm-hmm. So what more do you want? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Do you want a bigger house? Do you work harder for a bigger house? And then once you get the bigger house, where's your mindset then? Do you want a bigger house after that? Everybody always wants more money, you know what I mean? But it's like, how much money is enough money?
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like, oh, you should always push harder, push for more, whatever. But I honestly feel that it's on what purpose of what you're pushing for. Yeah. Obviously you want your kids to have more, so you're going to push more for that. You want your wife or significant other to have more, whatever that is. But it's more or less the mindset. Everybody gets that Scarface mindset where it's like, oh, I got money, I need to get more money, I need to do more stuff to get more money and all this other stuff. I most definitely feel like it's what you're pushing for. You got to ask yourself the why question, like, why am I doing this? You know what I mean? Because there are certain people that are completely content with the 2-bedroom house with the wife and doing everything else, and they don't want anything else. You know what I mean? And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Yeah. I think it's more or less just asking yourself, why am I doing this? You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I honestly feel like, I should most definitely dream as big as possible. But then how big can that dream get, and how far can I take it? You know what I mean? But sky's the limit, though.
That's why I say never be satisfied. Because, put it in the perspective of, like, Jordan. He got 6 rings. Yeah. He didn't stop because he won one. He didn't stop because he reached the NBA. The journey, even if you want the same thing, if the goal is even the same, it's just a different journey every time. Mm-hmm. So you just build on experience. You know what I'm saying? And you just, because it's all about memories of what you're doing. Yeah, so experience. Like, even if you want that bigger house, you're going to have different memories than you had in the last bigger house. Yeah. Or in the last car. Like, even if it's a faster car or a slower, it's just it's a different experience. You got to experience all that you want out of life, even if it's in different ways. You got to see all angles. So, like, and then, like, if you stop at some point, that's when you really putting a cap on it and it becomes a conclusion. You manifest the end. You write your own story. So if you just so satisfied, I ain't saying that you bringing death upon yourself or nothing like that, but if you satisfied, what else do you got to do to wrap it up? You know what I'm saying?
I guess is there a feeling of settling if you're not pushing for more? It's like, I got the house, it's big enough, I can settle. You know what I mean?
It's a sense of accomplishment. I can understand that.
Right. Yeah. But for me, I'd be upset. I would be tired. It's always working hard, and working hard is a physical exertion of the body and type shit. Yeah. So at the end of the day, if I'm satisfied with my family taken care of and the money's being made, hopefully in a more passive manner, and we really, like, if there's anything that I want and I can't get it immediately, I can shortly have it just by allocating the finances. when I'm at a point of that to where nothing is unmanageable, then yes, I hope to be just satisfied and content, because I feel like I just jumped on that wheel of working the blood out of yourself very early myself. Just working.
But once you reach the power of purchase, like, you're gonna want more than that. You're gonna want to start having your voice make more moves than
it
what
depends on
money
what
can do.
it depends on what
Once
it
you got
is.
enough money, you want your voice to make more than what money can do.
I think I would, just to ensure insurance for my future generations. Like, once I have enough money to be content for myself, to where there's no way I can spend all of this money in a year, even if I did just.
So now you aim at
fuck up.
generational wealth.
So yeah, build and increase that, because it's all on the shoulders of one person in one lifespan type of stuff. The more work I can do in my lifespan is going to be compounded by the work that my son can do in his lifespan. Everything that I show him, he can build on, or he can learn faster than what it took me to learn. I'm going to learn it through it, or I have learned it through experience and years. He can learn it from my mouth, and if he heeds it, he can build on that shit to get ahead of the curve 10 times faster than anything I could have done in my lifetime.
Yeah.
So by the time he's 25, he might be a fucking millionaire.
Yeah.
To where it might take me till maybe 10 more years. So, 40 years on, you know what I'm saying? It's like he could get it at 25. So it's like, even with those thoughts, I would still be trying to work on something or learn something or teach him something in a way that this is going to be even more beneficial for you to carry on with.
Yeah.
So that kind of would not allow me to be satisfied, content, and stop working in that manner. But internally, as far as like joy, happiness, and fulfillment level, that would be top tier. That would be paramount at those points.
I can dig it.
I would not be unhappy or feeling disappointment or regret with the way I spent my life if everybody's cool, living, and we actually can communicate and like each other. Cool. I love it. That's all I ask for.